event celebrating Colorado's LGBTQIA+ community is back in Denver this weekend as part of Black Pride.
Lily James and Terrell Ray are joining us live in studio to talk about the Black Fantasy Ball. And just from the pictures, I mean, this looks so elaborate.
Yeah.
Talk about this celebration for us.
This is the second annual Black Fantasy
Awesome.
Ball. We had our first one last year with Black Pride Colorado, and each year they partner with a different ballroom house from the ball community to throw this function. Last year was the House of Alamikli, and this year is the House of La Beja, of which I am the mother of the Colorado chapter.
Oh. So tell us a little more about ball culture. And I see these different houses, but some people who aren't as familiar with it. Tell us what that is.
Ball culture started in 1967 with the person who I am named after, Crystal La Beja, when she left the drag pageant scene. People in Colorado are definitely familiar with drag queens. Terrell here is a famous drag queen in town as well, named Miss Zara. But within the pageant scene, they were experiencing racism, so they left the pageant scene to create their own pageant scene. And the organizing committee that she gathered of other Black trans women and trans femmes in drag was called the House of La Beja, which is what my house was named as. And then from there, people who live in different locations would start their own chapters, their own houses named after different fashion houses. We have the House of Gucci, the House of Dior, and on and on and on. But my house is the only house named after the originator of ballroom, who is a Black trans woman, and I'm very proud of that.
Well, for people who go to the Black Fantasy Ball, what do you want them to get out of it and experience?
It's just an amazing opportunity to witness and celebrate radical Black queer self-expression and artistry. And it is our own form of church, let's say. These kikis, these functions, these balls, they're an opportunity for us to gather and just create a reason to validate ourselves and one another. A lot of our kids and the members of our community are not necessarily told that their artistic expression is valid or valuable, that they themselves and their bodies as they are beautiful and worthy and talented and gorgeous. And so we create this ecosystem that gives them an opportunity at what we just call accountability practice with their artistry.
Awesome. You mentioned some categories. Kiki is another term that I'm not sure everyone's familiar with. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Kiki is just a party. It's about all of us coming together and celebrating our artistry, like you said, and really the family aspect is what I appreciate and love so much about the ballroom culture, is that it's all about that family and that chosen family, which is really important, especially in the LGBTQ plus community, and for Black and brown folks as well. That family aspect is really important. That's what I love most and admire most about ballroom culture.
And the setup, we're just looking at some of the pictures there. The setup is kind of performances in the middle of the ballroom with an audience around. Is that kind of how it is set up?
Absolutely. That's the ballroom floor, and that is where you come to display your wares, to share your art in whatever different form. And then there's the judges at the end of the runway. And then the audience on either side.
Wow.
Love it.
And it's an amazing experience. It's just so much fun. Like, oh my God, it's just incredible what the kids come out and present, and just the talent, the amount of talent that is in the room is just, it's just incredible.
Are a lot of the designers local too from this? The costumes?
A lot of this is made from the people that are walking the ball, create everything that they're wearing, make it all themselves. So
Amazing. Tell us again where it is, what time, all the details.
So it is this Saturday at the McNichols building at Civic Center Park. Doors open at 9 and the ball goes till 2. So yeah, we're gonna be partying all night.
2 in the morning?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
We're like old parents. We're like, wait a second.
Me too. But
Hey,
historically the balls can go till 4 and 6 in the morning.
Wow.
So this is kind of a scaled down version
I see.
of what they do in New York City.
I love it.
Well, you know what? The weather, it's going to be a little